Okay, so let's get started to the last two, like before we have the last chapter next week. This week gonna be the case studies on marketing management of agricultural product in terms of the raw materials. So last two chapters gonna be all of the case study. So this week I'm gonna provide you two samples or two examples of the case study in terms of uh, the raw materials that we use in agricultural products, which is pomelo, and also we have the soft shell crab. This is going to be useful for having the better understanding of agricultural product management. So, like I just talked, so I'm going to provide you two things: agricultural management on agricultural products in terms of pomelo and the soft shell crab. So these two examples is very interesting because it can show you the backgrounds of the general situations, segmentation, targeting, and positionings in each product, and also marketing mix about 4 Ps that we already talked. So it's like wrap up and give some examples of the things that we have learned. So the first one, general situation of hormonal marketing. So interestingly, Thailand is the world-best climate for growing pomelo. So the area that we grown pomelo is around 70,000 acres around the country. And the total production is around 255,000 tons per year, and we export in many countries. But the thing is, no clear evidence that how pomelo was brought to Thailand, but we think it might be it might be because of the Chinese traders. So in the past, we have the traders between Thai traders and Chinese traders. So Chinese trader brought the orange to the central region of Thailand, and then after that, Thai farmer developed some species of the pomelo that is suitable for planting or growing in this area, and it's become to the new varieties. So it seems like the history like that. So generally, for Thailand, we have two main varieties of the pomelo. We have the sweet one, which is mostly gonna have the white flesh or the white meat. So it seems like they're gonna have the white, yellowish colors. But for the sour one, we have the pinkish flesh or the meat. But for now, we also have very pinky or right red or ruby. So we call the Thai ruby variety. So that is very deep in the red color. So pomelo often are eaten in Asia during the Mid-Autumn Festival or Mooncake Festival or Chinese-related festival. So in Thailand, we consume that in many seasons, but mostly it's gonna be like before this time, around October, November. Then we also have export issues to some countries because they already have the traditions that we're going to talk about that later. So it's popular because of the unique background. So the taste and the flavor and also aroma is very special. It's different from the other variety. Some people compare to one variety like grapefruit, but I would say I ever tried the grapefruit in US, but it's not the same as pomelo. This might be the close one, but it's not totally the same. But Thai government for now they support Thai farmer to join the GAP Good Manufacturing Practice Program to improve the quality of the standard of Thai pomelo. So it's like we have the pomelo garden, pomelo area, production area, but we still need to improve the quality control about the pomelo. So why Thailand is concerned about this? Because Thailand have a good locations of the transportation. So we have a world market destinations, so which can transport to many places around the world, and we have a good logistics in both local and export destinations. So we can ship it to the sea fleet or the airplane. So many areas we can provide this one. Then the top five country that's Thailand export the pomelo, including first Vietnam, China, Hong Kong, Myanmar, and Laos. In the past, we said to Hong Kong a lot, but for now we have the problem about the standard. So Vietnam and China are the main countries that we exported. Then think about the production regions. We found that uh, we can grow the pomelo in all four regional areas around Thailand, but mostly it's gonna focus on the central regions and the northern regions. So in central region we have many provinces, but in the northern part we still have like Phichit, or in Chiang Rai we also have some region to grow the pomelo as well. And interestingly, pomelo can be produced all year round. That means you can have pomelo in all seasons. Due to Thai farmer can have ability to create them to be off-season. But generally, pomelo is the citrus family, is the family of the orange. So they just have one time for production per year. But for now, we can have off-season. That cost, the cost of production is going to be increased. So we have four main varieties of pomelo that are very popular in Thailand. Khao, พ่วงครับขาวทองดี which is exported version ขาวน้ำผึ้ง and ขาวหอม so the rest of them ขาวพวงขาวน้ำผึ้งขาวหอม is mostly domestic consumption but ขาวทองดี is the exported version so which is uh, we can export and have lots of money back to Thailand. So let's talk about market structures. So they have two levels that they would like to talk. So producer level, which is collectors. So in this type of market, they are monopolistic competitions market. So that means they have just a few um, area or just a few collectors. So the collectors gonna collect the pomelo from small orchard or small garden. Then then mostly they ever do some business together. So sometimes they're gonna make some contract like for this area, I gonna take it all, or they have agreement from this orchard, which is I gonna buy all of the products from this orchard. So they make the contract. Then pricing is based on quality and sometimes it might be mixed policy. It's like you combine together with different grade, but mostly they are monopolistic competition. It's like dominant one. And sometimes it's gonna be based on the area-based purchase. Like you have different season, and then you go to some provinces to collect the pomelo and then ship into the central and spread through the other area. So we can have this for all year round. Then second level is the end user or the in terms of exporters. So holy markets is the type of this level. So because we import and export like actually sorry actually we have some country that import without conditions though they are welcome to have our products so it's just some very specific countries and some specific market that you need to focus so in this case even we can import in like we can export in all year round so just some countries that are accept our products like they're willing to have our product like Vietnam, China, and Hong Kong that we just talked. Then where's the problem and the threat of the pomelo production? So the first one is production problem. So generally, we have low efficiency of growers. It's just like the grower don't have a quite high ability to produce a good quality and quantity products. So the quality is quite bad, and also sometimes the amount of the pomelo is not enough for consumption. So it's not meet the market needs. And sometimes they also have a problem in terms of the disease and insects problem as well. Sometimes in the summer season, they also have the problem about water in irrigation system. And also the production cost is quite high. The climate also the problem too. Labor sometimes if you have lots of production, you need to have the labor, but they don't have much money to pay. And knowledge of growing is still have a problem too. They don't have enough knowledge to make a pomelo have a good size, good shape, and good taste. So that's production problem. How about marketing problem? So actually, pomelo is have the low price per unit because if the middleman's gonna control the price, so they just press the price down. Then the farmer don't have enough revenue, so they don't have quite good profit. Then sometimes they also have a problem in terms of no certain market because the pomelo might change on the demands based on the season and the price fluctuation like price change along the year. So some season the price is high, some season the price low. It depends on the production rate as well, and also the climate, also the situation of the market. And sometimes we had a problem about overproduction. So they didn't control the amount. They just grow, and then they had a problem like it's overproduced for the market. So let's talk about STP, specifications of Pomelo. So for segmentation, mostly Pomelo have just only one type of market, which is consumer segment, consumer market, not have organizational market. So consumer markets, we have many middlemen along the chain. We have producer to consumers, domestic and then we also have international market. So we have the grower, then we have the collectors, we have the wholesale, retail, and then producers in terms of the shippers or exporters. So we have a lot of middlemen along the chain. That is reason why the price of the product is quite increased during along the way. So normally, Thai people know tangerine or som kiawan in Thai language. So the pomelo have the problem, which is not all people familiar with the consumption of pomelo because it's quite thick and it's not easy to peel. Like you need to use a knife. So this is the problem for consumers market. So we can do segmentation based on the behavioral criteria and also the psychological. Let's talk about behavioral first. So we just talk people have a problem of peeling and they're not familiar with the consumptions of the very big size or have a thick skin. So you can do like general occasion. You can have the fresh cut or pack the pomelo like on the pictures. So many people love to eat pomelo because you can have these varieties and then you can select the type of you like and then this is very easy when they some people prepare it. So this is general occasion. And then we have some special occasion as well. So if you remember, we shipped or we export to the other market. So special occasion happen when we have the festival or the very important event, like in Chinese related traditions. We have the time for sacrifice the gods or sacrifice the person who passed away. So they Chinese people usually use the pomelo to to bring to the god or the passed away people because it can stay for a long time and it have a good shape so it have like a unique characteristic that is good for praying. Then we also have the special occasion in terms of the gift, like you can have the pomelo as a gift for your family, for your friend, for the other people. So it's going to be special occasions. Then we can do segmentation based on the psychological criteria. So generally, Thai people love eating tangerine, but For now, we have another choice or alternative choice that can replace the tangerine in some season. So we can do that is like packed pomelo that already prepared. Then we just finished segmentation. How about tea targeting? So there are two type of uh, the targeting that we can do, and it's linked to the strategies that we can apply. First one is food coverage targeting. So it's like you provide all varieties that is consumed by the consumers. So mostly this is used when you have the domestic consumption. So we can play with the strategies in terms of the mass marketing because Thai many Thai people just know, oh, this is pomelo. So they love to eat pomelo without any varieties. So they just separate like it have the white meat, white flesh, or just pink flesh, and that's done. So they're okay. Then we have the product specializations. Like we can do this one, do this targeting in terms of the famous variety. So you can have very specific famous variety. Then you focus on just variety. For example, we have Khao Tong Di, we have Tap Tim Siam or Siam Ruby. So that is specific market. So you can do that based on the geographical indication or GI, which is going to be representing the product in that area. So the strategy that we can use is segmented marketing. So you can target just a specific group of people. In this case, you can target on the person who like to have just specific varieties. So let's talk about positionings of the pomelo. So we can have on these pictures, we have the price from x-axis. We have high price, we have low price, and we have the long waiting time for consumption and short waiting time for consumption. Long waiting time is mean you can keep for a long time. It's not perishable. It's not quite decay fast. So let's see. On your right hand side, we have Pomelo, which is going to be on the first quadrant, which is high price and it's quite long waiting time or it can keep for a long time. So that is good for the Chinese traditions or if you want to keep it for a long time or shipping. So this is fit. And we also compare to the tangerines. We have unbranded tangerine, which is going to have very short waiting time. Unbranded tangerines have the low price, but for the high price with the brand. So it's quite close to the pomelo, but it's different in the waiting time or the storage time. So for this positioning, so we can conclude that pomelo have the potential for the high price and it can keep a long time. So this is good for some festival or some the transportation system. So this is the positioning. So let's talk about marketing mix of pomelo. First one, products. So products of in terms of pomelo is actually is the comparable goods or shopping goods. You can compare the price. So this is the citrus, one of the citrus family, and this is very famous, delicious, and high nutritional values. And actually, for now, we can promote pomelo to have the high standard like GAP or have the organization who control the quality. And it can have the all year round production and is meet the needs and the objectives of the consumers. It depends on the varieties, depend on the size, depends on the quality. So this is all products of pomelo. Then price. Price is affected by many factors, including first quality, second one price of substitute fruits. Like if you have to compare with the tangerine, at that time tangerine is quite expensive. Pomelo gonna be another choice that they can select because it's the same family as a citrus fruit purchase methods. So for pricing, the price is affected by some policies of the purchase. Like if it's mixed together, the price is not quite high. If it's graded, so the price is increased. Or sometimes you can buy individually, or you can wait. So it depends on the type depends on the varieties of the product. Sometimes seasonal price also change if it have very high drought, like don't have much water, so the price gonna be high. Or price in different level, like price for grade A, grade B, grade C. So that is effects of the price. So let's talk a little bit more about the price in specific terms of the Khao Thong Di varieties. So as I mentioned before, this is the variety that we use for exporting. So we have some example of the price in terms of Khao Thong Di, which is if it have a quite young tree, the skin gonna be very thick and the size is big, but it have very low yield. So it just have this low amount of the flesh. So normally we sell as individuals, not wide weighting. So it's like you just okay, I select this one, just one fruit. So we did not weight it. So this is example of pricing in terms of the young tree. Second one, different location is my FX to different on the size, color, and taste. So you can classify the products according to the size, color, and the taste as well. So it's linked to the GI, geographical indications. Next one, management. So if you have good management, you can increase the size of the fruit, have a good skin, have a good sweet taste. So it's linked to different quality, and then if you have good quality you can sell is like high priced. Last one, seasonal and special occasions. In some season, in some occasion the price of pomelo increase, like we just talked Chinese related festival. Then placed normally around 70% we consume the pomelo in this country, but around 30% we export it. So many middlemen involved in this fruit, including collectors, wholesale retailer, consumers, exporting agent. Then for now we can have the pomelo in the modern trade like macro or central department store. Then for exporters, we have the term like long, which is we need to have the person who collect the pomelo and then combine together who have the big amount or have a huge amount, then they send it, ship it to the other countries. So we have long as the durian, like collect collecting people. Then promotion. We have two cases for promotion for the downstream, like from producer to the middleman. Usually we give the free sample, but for the downstream, for the retailer to the consumer, like the at the end of the users, we can give the discount, free samples, or sometimes you can use like the campaign from the department store, or sometimes you have the big festival like provinces that grow the product. Like in here, we have China province. They're gonna have some festival, and then they can have special price on that festival on that event. Or even you can have the international exhibition that you can present the fruit there and then promote to imported to be imported uh, products from that country. So we just finished the first example, first case study. Let's continue to talk to the second one, which is soft shell crab. So soft shell crab is like the crab, but it have very um, soft texture. So we're gonna talk the same thing as pomelo. We're gonna talk about the general situation, segmentation, targeting, and positioning, and the last one is 4Ps or marketing mix. So what is soft shell crab? Soft shell crab is actually the crab that have molting or just change the skin, change the hard outer skin form or exoskeleton. Exoskeleton is mean the outer part that is hard texture to become softened. So they just change it. So at that time, they said the best soft shell crab is the blue crab from the eastern seaboard in US and Canada. So this is two countries that is very famous for the soft shell crab. So mostly just female crab tend to have more meat than the males. So in this picture, you have the life cycle of the crab. Then soft shell crab is between adult and females with eggs, like they're trying to change the outer part of them. It's like you have a very tight shirt, then you need to just remove it. So at the time that you remove, your skin is still soft. Okay. Then the soft shell season is start from the first full moon in May. So I don't know why, but it might have some specific reason that they get started on that time. At that time, the blue crab begin molting season and is accommodate to the summer growth. So it's like at that time it's suitable for have bigger size. So you need to remove the smaller size out, like smaller cloth, then you change the new one. Then the actual trading of the shell can take anywhere from 1 to 3 hours. So the duration time for replacing the hard shell is just 1 to 3 hours. That is the reason why you need to focus on the time that they change as they just remove the shell. So after that, the skin or the body of the crab gonna be hardened like the normal crab. So that is the effects to the quality that is linked to. Then here are example of the soft shell crab farming in Rayong, Thailand. So you can see this have a lot of the stuffing box or the plastic box that have just one crab, one sea crab in there. So how they know it's gonna happen? So they need to check along the time, like they're gonna observe the different the chain of the body, like they try to increase the size, so they just remove the older one. So at that time, if they know that notice or they can see the chain, they can collect the soft shell crab. So that is very labor work. So why soft shell crab is interesting because it can be eaten completely, like the whole. So you can eat everything about them. So you don't need to remove the hard skin, the hard shell. So the soft shell meat equal to the boneless meat, less chicken. It's like you just eat chicken without any bones. So, and it have high quality protein and low saturated fat, and it's actually fewer calories weight than other animal source of protein. So it can be a good choice for the people who are concerned about their health and on the diet. Then two types of soft shell crab is sold on the market. The first one is good quality or graded quality, and the second one is undergraded or lower qualities, which is mostly we export the graded quality or good quality in the other country. The price is around 170 or 228 baht, and mostly the good quality we use for the frozen, and then we ship it out to the international market. But for the lower grade quality, it's going to be 155 or 185 baht, mostly consumed at the restaurant and used for the local consumers. So for Thailand, Ranong is the province that is very famous for this product, and it can be called as one area one product, like one tambon, like we just have here. And actually, we just talk about exporter. So collectors gonna collect the soft shell crab and frozen it, and then they export to some countries like US, Japan, Australia, Canada, and more. Sometimes we can eat at the domestic consumption as well. So the wholesaler is the person who collect the soft shell crab from any farm, and then they send it to the big cities like Bangkok, Samut Sakhon, Chonburi, Phuket, or Songkhla, because we have high demand of soft shell crab for some people who don't want to eat just the hard one because it's not easy to eat too. So how about retailers? So retailers, we're gonna have the fresh markets. It's like mostly we have the fresh version. We did not frozen one. We did not frozen it. So we collect from the farm and then they send to us. So it's have very limited of the time. So mostly it should be the lower grade quality. because the higher grade or graded quality they can frozen and then export it. Then supermarket like modern trade we can have that too, or some restaurant we can have that fresh soft shell crab too. Then problem and threat of the soft shell crab marketing for farmers. So again, middleman is the person who pressed or who reduced the price of the farmers. So many farmers have a problem about the price which is very low. Then it's unstable of the price too. It depends on the pricings of the middlemen. Then unstable amount because some season is have lots of soft shell crab because it's the highest like the high season or the peak time. So sometimes the farmer also have the money circulation problem too, because soft-shell crab might need to wait for a long time for payment. So you need to make sure that you deal with this before. Then collectors does not match with high season and production. So we found that the problem of the soft-shell crab is we have high season, but it's not fit with the time that most people want. So you can do this one, you can serve this one by frozen it, then it can cook as the fresh one. But the texture might be a little different, but that's okay. Exporters. We have seasonal issues for exported. Like we just talked, when you send to the international market, make sure that you know the season that market needs. So if not, we're gonna have high marketing costs. Like we need to promote our products. Then, sometimes if you don't hit with the high season product, you need to stock it in it. That is the cost of production. Then retailers. So perceptively high cost. Many people perceive the soft shell crab going to be very high cost product, and it's true because we have just limited of the group of the consumer who just want to eat this one. It's not, some people don't know how to cook it as well. Even it's the frozen form, they think soft shell crab should from the fresh one only. So actually, soft shell crab can be frozen and then it's have very close of the quality. Then segmentation. So for segmentation, we have in this case, it's not like Pomelo that we have just one market, the consumer market. We can have organizational market as well. So for consumer market, so the problem is the consumer did not familiar with soft shell crab, so it's quite new for them. So some people can have never tried or occasional or regular consumption. So you need to make sure that you know you're consuming well. Then because it's eaten completely, like eats as a whole. So it is easy to consume as well. So you do not need to remove the hard skin or hard shell. You just can eat like the one type of the meat that is very soft, able to be cooked with different styles. So you can order whatever you want from the chef because it's already used or applied to many dishes. Organizational market. So we have the middlemen to do this job. And because soft shell crab is very perishable and you need to have fast handling before the shell is hardening. So make sure that you have just 1 or 3 hours that can control it. So mostly the export is like frozen form because you need to keep the quality. Then it's good things too. It's very convenient and the purchase mostly they purchase based on the quality of the soft-shell crab, the size, the quality of the soft-shell crab. So how you target the market. So you do targeting in terms of consumer market. So you have two type of market. We have consumers and we have organizational. So for consumers, we can do full coverage targeting. So we can respond to all needs from the consumer in both fresh, in frozen, in good quality, like high quality, graded quality, or lower qualities. We can cover all of the market. So we can apply to segment marketing like strategies. Strategy that we can use is segmentation. like segmented marketing because we can focus on the group that people are the same. Like fresh market, you can serve the fresh version because it's going to be reduce the cost. And don't forget to use the ice for maintain the qualities because it still need to be cold situation, cold condition. Supermarket, mostly when you have the supermarket version, mostly they're going to be frozen. Then the this have better quality, and you mostly you can use that for the self cooking. You can cook at home, so you can buy from macro or the department store. How about the restaurant? So the restaurant is close to the fresh market, but they have some different type, which is they can cook for you based on the price and the quality. So they have the different version, different level, different quality. Then you just select and then cook it. So here are segmented marketing strategies for the consumers market. How about organizational market? So for organizational market, you need to use the selective specializations because we have different market that we can focus in different products. So in this case, we can do some strategy in terms of segmented marketing as well. But the the key person in this strategy is different. So for collectors, so collectors we can have many middlemen. So in this case, we can grade the quality and then we can use that for that's linked to the consumer needs. So a different market. Then wholesalers. For wholesaler, we can do segmented on the restaurant. So with different quality and different time. So mostly they have the regular purchase that you can do business before. Export qualities, export agent. So in this case, export with purchase condition. Like you can do target market in different segment because you when you export, exporter gonna be purchased uh, with the purchase condition. They're gonna set the price, set the size, set the quality, and set the needed time. Or sometimes you can have the exporter level. Mostly they're gonna have the order from the foreign market, and then you need to follow with their regulation or their standard like condition purchase. Have you need to have the good hygiene. You have to have the trace back system and the processing plant. So we have different, even it look the same, but it have actually different in the details of the products and different market. So STP, in terms of positioning, so we have graded, we have lower grade soft shell crab and the hard shell crab. So let's see on the third quadrant first. This is the hard shell with low grade. So it have low price and it have low nutritional values. But for the soft shell crab and hard shell crab. So it's pretty close. This can be classified as the high price and high nutritional value. But interesting thing is for lower grade, it still have the high price for the soft shell crab. That means the soft shell crab is very pricey. Even it have the lower grade, but the price is still high. So this positioning show you how we gonna put the soft shell crab on the market. So this is consumer market. How about organizational market? So for organizational market, we have two varieties of the soft shell crab that is famous around the world. So we have the um, dark varieties that have the spot on the skin. Mostly they come from the sea. So in this crab we call blue crab. So this crab is like famous from the international market like US or Canada, but for Thai soft shell, mostly they have the black version, like the lower one. So we can have this one, which is a little bit low price, but it's still famous on the market. This is for organizational market. Last one is marketing mix of the subject crab. First is products. So we need to focus on different market. First one, consumer market. Subject crab is the specialty products that you can eat completely. So it's have high nutritional value and a good taste. So this is the characteristic of the products on the soft-shell crab. Then organizational market. So the product for organizational market mostly they're gonna consider as the raw materials. It should have high quality, high safety, and the product have might have different in grading, different in size, different in standard like GAP and HCCP that you need to follow with this standard. How about the price? The price of soft shell crab is affecting from the size, the weight, the qualities, and the pricing might increase along the chain and the price on the season. Like for January to June is the peak season, is the high price season. Then placed mostly 85% like they export. So we have high demand in exporting market. So I would say, is this a good sign? Is it a good choice for having the soft-shell crab for the international market? The demand is still high, but the quality is needed to be controlled as well. So at this that is the reason why we need to consider about oligopoly market, which is some when just some provider, but one provider change the price, is my effects to the other providers or the other collectors. So this one is regular buyers and sellers. So it's like you ever do business together before, then you need because it's oligopoly because you need to do some processing steps. Like in this case, it's needed to be frozen. So some processors gonna be exporters. So mostly oligopoly market, they do with the long time business. Last one, promotion. As we talk, 85% is exported. And it's actually direct purchase from the collectors and the exporter. So the promotion is quite different from the other products. So when we consider about the consumer market, like for the consumers at the retail level, we can have the discount, for example, for the mass or the bulk sales, but it's not quite often because the soft shell crab is very limited. How about supermarket and modern trade? So these type of the market they join with the other activities, but it's like they have some campaign, but actually they might not provide the discount of free sample because the soft shell crab is have the high price and the quality is better than the other type of the food. So that's all for today's lecture, and I hope you enjoy this case study. So we have case study on pomelo and soft shell crab, and feel free to ask me if you don't understand, and you can apply this lecture for the homework, like not actually homework, the projects that I gave you is 20%. So consider it's about um, segmentation, targeting, and positioning, and also the problem and the threat, and also um, the problem and the threat, and also the marketing mix. So thank you so much for listening, and feel free to ask me again if you have any question or any help. Okay, so I think we're done for today.